If you've ever owned one of those eBay special 9 million lumen lights or any of the cheap $1 Zoomies, you probably are very familiar with the shake and the rattle and the roll that those present. That's the sound of sloppy design. So that push-pull zoom function on most adjustable beam flashlights is probably their biggest weakness. It's going to be wobbly, it's not secure, and if you're ever in a tactical situation or mounting it on a firearm, that's a definite recipe for disaster. So, what if you could have all that versatility of an adjustable beam, rock solid build, and a high end tactical light as well? Well, I think Powertac has definitely solved a lot of those problems. This is the Flexbeam, and its party trick isn't just how far it can throw, it's how it gets there. That's right. Let me just say right now that, guys, Zoomies are back, baby. Welcome back to Torches and Tactical. So let's take a closer look at this flex beam. Right away, you can feel its quality. It's machined from aircraft grade aluminum with that Type 3 hard anodized finish. Looks amazing, feels amazing. It's got some nice heft to it, coming in at 105 grams without that battery. Dimension wise, it's a great size for duty or maybe a little bit large for EDC, but great duty size light. So for the length, you're looking at 140.8. For the diameter, 23 mil at the head, and I'm sorry, 23 at the battery tube, and a bezel diameter of 36.5. So it fits perfectly in the hand. Now the magic, instead of that push-pull zoom feature, the FlexBeam uses this unique threaded helical design. So you twist the head, adjust the focus, and it's buttery smooth. But here's the key. Wherever you stop, it's locked in. So I can shake this like absolute crazy right now, and it's going to stay exactly where I want. If I want it all the way in, it works there too. There's absolutely zero rattle. PowerTech even designed this to be tested to be recoil resistant for high caliber applications, making it a very, very potent and viable option for weapon mounting. So powering the light, you can either use the PowerTech 18650 rechargeable battery. Let me show you that right here. So it looks kind of like it's not a copper top, it's a copper bottom. But it looks kind of like a Duracell in reverse. But you can either use that PowerTac 18650 rechargeable battery, or if making it a dual fuel light, you can use two of those CR123As. And charging is incredibly convenient because it does, opposite that power button right here, it does have magnetic self-aligning charging. Let me go ahead and show you that right now. So the magnetic self-aligning charging comes with its cord, and I'm going to go ahead and open this up. You got USB-A on one side, and boom, that's literally it. That's all you got to do to keep your FlexBeam charged up. It does have low battery and charging status indicators built into the button, and it even has electronic protection to prevent damage if you put the battery in backwards. So very nice that they're trying to make it, frankly, idiot-proof. But here's that cord, nice woven outer sheath right here. I'm going to get this out of the way. And just real fast, I am going to tell you that they included a whole slew of O-rings and small hooks, so you guys can keep this mounted with or without its lanyard. And if anyone knows me personally, y'all know I'm kind of a sticker fiend, so I love the fact that they included in the box this PowerTech little envelope right here. But you open it up, oh, if I don't drop them, you open it up and you get a couple PowerTech stickers. This right here will let you know that they recommend the 18650 that comes from PowerTech. Lets you register because this does have a lifetime warranty. So as long as you own the light, we will repair or replace it. I love that. So here we go. And it does also have a user's manual as well. This will walk you through and gives you, oh, there we go. You guys can pause it right here. But here's a lot of those specifications. And you might want to hang on to this too, just so you can get a lot of those options in best use. So I'm going to get all this out of the way. And there is one other thing that it includes, but I will talk to you about that here in just a second. Before I do, though, I want to talk about the user interface. This user interface is pure tactical. It has a momentary on-off from a half press of that tail switch. So you can use it for signaling, or you can turn it on and you can cycle through 6 different settings. That's 5 levels of brightness plus a strobe. 5, and then press and hold, and you got that strobe. One nice thing about it too is, let's see. So I put it on level 3. You shut it off. Let's go ahead and wait a couple seconds, and you turn it back on. It does have a memory function as well. So it is kind of similar to a lot of those Zoomies I was talking about before, but with a lot better feel. That memory mode is amazing, and it always turns on to the last mode you used. But if we get down to the specs, I do want to let you guys know that this does have a max output of 1200 lumens. And when you zoom the beam all the way in, let me go ahead and move it out so it extends the length a little bit. Powertac claims an incredible beam range of up to 700 meters. So for a light this size, that's a massive amount of throw. It is also IPX6, which means that it's highly water resistant and can even be submerged up to 2 meters. So guys, I do want to take this out real fast, and then I will talk about that holster. I think it's very, very cool, and then I'll even show you the charging. But I want to get this outside so you guys can see how the Flexbeam works in its native environment in the dark. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys, tonight we are out with the Powertac Flexbeam, and I just want to get straight into it. I'm going to go ahead and turn on that rear switch. Now you're probably not going to see too much right now because it is on low, and there are 5 brightness modes. So we're on 1 now. Going to go ahead and press. Now that's 2, and I do have it all the way zoomed in, so it has that super, super tight focus beam. Let's press again. This is 3. This is 4. And 5. And if I do one more time, it's going to cut back down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that I am maxed out, this is all 1200 lumens from the Flexbeam. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing it back so you guys can see just what this thing can do. Now, guys, I haven't used Zoomie in quite some time, but honestly, I'm kind of digging it. You can see a little bit of, I guess, corona effect around the outside. Yeah, see that here? I'll show you the entire outside of this beam. But you can use this if you need quite a bit of light output in a flood mode, or let's go ahead and run it back in. Let's focus on that electrical pole right there. And you can see this thing just hits. It just hits. It focuses so, so nicely. But this does also have a strobe. Here, I'm going to go about midway. And if you press and hold that button, it does go to that tactical strobe. And you can even do this all the way focused in if you want. But now that we have seen the Powertac Flexbeam, let's go ahead and get back inside. All right, we are back, and after putting the Flexbeam through its paces, I can tell you that Powertac absolutely delivered on their promise. 700 meters of throw, 1200 lumens. I think they've solved probably the biggest problem with adjustable beam flashlights. But I did say I wanted to talk about this holster, and before I do that, I do want to grab that charging cable again. I'm going to plug it in on the side here. And you can see that there is a blue light right here, letting you easily find it in the dark. But we'll go ahead and click it on. And you can see there's a red charging indicator built into that handle. Built into the button. And it did just turn blue. I did top it off right before filming this, so I knew it was going to go pretty quick. But if we are talking about the holster now, this holster is really, I mean, if I'm totally honest, I did open the box and there was a little bit of a weird smell, but it has since dissipated. I think it was just because it was so fresh off the press, so to speak, just freshly made. But yep, I'm checking right now. It smells completely gone, so you don't have to worry about that. But one nice thing is it does hold your flex beam in, and as long as you line it up, one thing I found is you can even charge it while in the holster. So I'm going to grab that charging cable one more time, and boom, you can see right now, that it will charge while it's still in the holster. So the holster is made of reinforced nylon, and it is quite sturdy. So you can see here it has the J hook, so it wraps around the belt. That way it won't accidentally slide up and off. But on the bottom, you can still use your flex beam even while it is in the holster. There we go. It does give a little bit of a crenulation design, but that's no biggie. Now, if we are walking through here, so just real fast, this is full flood mode. This is going to give you the widest beam possible. And zooming in, you can go all the way in and start to see the shape of the die on the emitter. But I mean, you're going to see that if you zoom out far enough with a spherical lens. But guys, I'm going to tell you right now that the pros are obvious. That lock in place helical zoom is definitely a game changer. I think that 700-meter throw is phenomenal. The one-handed operation that makes it a truly viable tactical tool. Let's go ahead and press. I can change modes and I can even rotate. So it stays in place, but it moves effortlessly as well. The build quality is top notch, and that recoil resistance into the helical zoom option is definitely a huge bonus for anyone in law enforcement or even hunting. So, are there any cons? Yeah, I'd have to say it is, like I said earlier, slightly larger than some dedicated EDC lights, but I think that's going to be a trade-off for this level of versatility and power. So here, I mean, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and list it as a con, but really I think it's more of a design choice. So ultimately, who is the Powertac Flexbeam for? I think it is for the person who needs flexibility of a flood and a thrower, but demands the reliability of a fixed beam tactical light. I think it's perfect for law enforcement, search and rescue, hunters who need to scan a field, and even spot game at a distance. Really, any serious user who's been disappointed by cheap rattling zoomies in the past, I think this calls to you definitely. Guys, the Powertac Flexbeam, I think it's an incredibly well executed piece of engineering. It takes a popular concept and perfects it with tactical grade quality and a smart, robust design. It has definitely earned a spot in my gear bag, and I think it would for you too. So, what do you guys think? Down in the comments, let me know if you guys like that helical zoom. If you think that's the future of the adjustable beam flashlights, let me know what your thoughts are down in those comments. As always, if you enjoyed this review, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed so we can give you more nonsense, no nonsense reviews. Stay safe and stay lit. Thank you.